And we're back live post-game with the victorious Penwood Patriots here with the coaching staff. Introduce yourself, fellas.
Coach Troop, head coach.
Coach Jock, defensive coordinator.
Brett Curry in the building. Hey, guys, congratulations. Another outstanding performance, 48-16 victory over the Glen Mill Bulls. Jumped out on them early. And just kept it going, kept the pedal to the metal. Once again, just offensively, stretching the field, passing game on point, running, defensively, another strip return for a touchdown. That's 2 weeks in a row. Is that something you guys coach, or really strategically look to get the ball out of carriers' hands? And then go the other way with it. Just not be satisfied with the turnover, but turn the turnover into points directly.
Absolutely. That's something, that's a point of emphasis at practice. With our offense, we stress, hey, get them the ball back as much as possible. So, the strip drill is one of the drills that we go over. You just got to be a violent individual to go in there and just take the ball from somebody.
Yeah.
And, just going the other way with it, that's always a plus. But that's definitely something we go over in practice. We want the offense to have the ball as much as possible.
And it's another dominating performance by Penwood this evening. The program is really playing some of the best football in Penwood Patriots history. And that's saying a lot. They have a real strong history. And we also always have conversation with coaches that I deal to talk with in relating to the student athlete in 2018. From your guys' experience, how is it? Is it any different, really? Because you always say, the students and kids are different nowadays. Relating to the athletes of 2018, as far as when we came up, and to get them to perform on a week in and week basis and perform at an excellent level, top notch. How is that? What's your philosophy in getting a great performance out of today's youth?
Oh, I think you gotta. First of all, you gotta care about your players. Your players gotta know that you care about them, but more than just football, and get them to buy into what you're trying to do program-wise. And once you do that, I think your players will play hard for you. Also, I think players now, you have to go almost year-round in terms of lifting weights and doing stuff. It's almost a year-round thing. So. Hopefully, when our season ends in December, was it December 9th?
That's the championship.
Yeah. After that, we'll take a month off, and then we're lifting in January. We're doing stuff like it's a year-round process. So you have to have good coaches that'll buy into that. I'm gonna just be real. If you're the kind of coach that I'm gonna just coach during football season, you won't coach at Penwood, and I don't think you'll probably coach anywhere. But you definitely won't coach here.
That's definitely because you're around your kids, students all the time, and it's just not off-season conditioning, strength training, not just making sure they're eligible during football season, but their grades are maintained in the direction they're going in school and progressing. It's a all year round job when you're coaching the youth of the day. And when can you tell? Is there a certain point in a coach when you come into a program and you take over? And you just know at a point, man, we got a really good team this year. Like, is it a point that you just say you see it in practice where it just clicks? Like, we're going to be a problem this year.
Yeah, you can see what you have coming back. And I'll just say, I was actually coaching at a school before this, and I actually had a chance to see Penwood play. Penwood played a team that we were also playing. I remember just watching Penwood, and I'm saying, this team has a lot of talent. This team can be really good. And so after that season, I saw a coaching position open up in Penwood, and I ended up applying. But as soon as I got here, I saw, a lot of talent. Once it gets developed, you can do really good things. And as you can see, after last year, we had a really good year. Knowing what we had back, I knew we would give a lot of teams problems just because of the athletes that we can put in space and the coaching that we have and the training that we give them. I kind of knew we would have a really good year. And we're not done yet.
You're not done. No, you're only getting started.
But we're gonna make it a great year. So.
You're still hungry. Definitely. Let's talk about your quarterback again. Another brilliant performance. He's when you talk about player of the year, Delco Times player of the year, to me, from what I've seen around and his performance and his stats and the numbers he put up on a winning dominant team, to me, he seems like he's the player of the year in the county. I know you're biased, but as you should be. But for me, I'm just honestly saying, definitely, he's one of the best quarterback talents I've seen around in a while playing in Delco. What do you guys think?
I would agree. One thing that's really helped is we actually hired a quarterback coach this offseason. Coach Rob has been a tremendous asset in terms of developing that relationship, developing his technique.
Yep.
And Rob has a certain way that really connects with Dez. Rob knows his stuff. And, one of the priorities I had in that last offseason, like, we were pretty good, but to take that next level, we needed a true quarterback coach.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the benefits. Now, you got to remember, Dez actually we had this game where Dez really only played a half. And then the Council Rock North game where we played a half, and it was pouring rain.
Yeah.
So I think you got to realize if we had a whole other game to play, Dez would probably, really have great stats. But, we don't play for stats, but they come and just, we play in a quarterback-friendly system. So if you play quarterback, this is the school you want to play at.
Definitely. If you want to be a quarterback, this is where you go.
Can I jump in there? I want to talk about Kennedy Poles.
Kennedy Poles, we're going to get the Poles.
Phenomenal game tonight. I mean, Coach was always trying to get the ball in his hands, but did you try to really make sure senior night,
reverse early,
he got his touches early?
Yeah, so to me, any good coach, offensive coach, you want to look at your most dynamic playmakers, and you got to get the ball in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the same way whether it's football, whether it's basketball, you got to get your guys up. So we try to find ways to get them the ball because teams focus on Kennedy, so we have to be creative. We have a lot of stuff we haven't shown yet that we can do with Kennedy that we're going to do. So when teams when they think they have us figured out, there's always something new that we can do.
Oh, you open up the playbook. You don't have the full playbook. Yeah, I mean, you got to keep something back there, for the trouble. But, yeah, he's a tremendous kid. His balls – did he play baseball at all? Because his ability to track a ball deep is just really amazing.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of you used to find your kids, like Deshaun Jackson, he played baseball. And from playing baseball and playing outfield, you get to learn to track balls, really. And he really tracks deep balls well. And once he gets the ball in his hands, like he's definitely a problem. He's a tremendous, great receiver. Senior night, his last not his last home game for
regular season home game.
Last regular season home game for Penwood, and went out with a bang. It was tremendous, definitely. And looking forward to next week. You guys play Chichester, correct?
Yes.
You're at Chichester. Another Del Val team. Moving forward, and you guys really push the envelope and push the ball deep, and that's something you talked about before last week, and you're going to continue to push the ball downfield. Does changing weather anything? Is it getting colder? Does that play any part in, or are you still going to push it downfield?
No, we will still continue to do the same thing, push the ball downfield, stretch it horizontally. And I would say, I think, I'm really proud of our defense tonight. We only gave up the one touchdown when, at the end of the game we had some backup 10.
Oh, yeah,
so
definitely.
Coach Jacques has been doing a good job. So no matter how many points we score, I want to stop people. I don't want to win games 49 to 48.
Because you're a defensive guy.
I don't want to win, I don't want to win games 50 to 49. We're going to win. Beating you 20-0 is just as satisfying to me as beating you 57-16. I like shutting teams down. I like teams not scoring on me, on our team. So
and that
was a good job tonight. And also when our defense is also scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I said. Like,
our non-offensive touchdowns tonight could have won this game. That's really so. We could have won 20-14 just on our non-offensive touchdowns. I mean, so that's always a good sign.
Yeah, definitely. And when you look at the defense and you guys really rotate players in, definitely on your defensive line and definitely keep them fresh, and that's been getting all the kids involved in the game, in the sports. Do you find that keeps them fresh, keep them mellow when you're rotating in? Like, look, I got to be on my toes because hey, I'm going to be in. I'm going to get some playing time. I'm not, I got to keep my eye on the game. Does that help keep your overall team sharp?
Yeah, I think it keeps us sharp. It keeps fresh legs in. But even in practice, they're competing. Like, so each week we start with a clean slate on the depth chart. Nobody's starting.
Okay.
Guys are competing. So even in the game, when they're rotating, it's because they're competing. Like if tonight we were paying attention, it was a couple times. Every time a DB gave up a pass, get out. Next guy in. There's always the next guy up. And like I think that definitely helps us. That gives us an advantage over some teams where some teams you're stuck with this guy, and if he's having a bad night, you don't have anybody to rotate in for him. Whereas we don't have that issue, and that goes from the secondary to the linebackers to the defensive line. We got the twos that can go anywhere else, I think, and be someone else's number ones.
Oh, okay.
So I definitely think that helps us, and in the long run, it's going to help us.
Definitely, because defensively, I mean, you really shut Glenn Mills down tonight.
And I really want to chime in about the defense because we had an uncharacteristic, Penwood-like showing against Westchester Ruston, and you rebounded from that with a shutout. Yeah. And I know we had a little bit of dialogue, prior to that, and I can't imagine the dialogue you and Truth had. But you took it really personal, and the defense responded, and the players responded since then. I mean, talk about that a little bit, just on how you felt like they responded to you since then.
Like Truth said, we spend a lot of time with these guys. So the off season, and I don't, I don't rah much. I think they just know. And in the joking matter, I let the guys know. I say, yo, you guys gave up 40-something points. I'm in a contract year. But, I was making a joke, but
you want me to lose my job?
Absolutely. So I need them to have that mindset too. Like, listen, just like if this is a job and you guys are my employees and you guys not performing, then I'm going to be evaluated. A lot of times I try to talk, real life with these guys. So I think I'm relatable, as Coach True said. You got to be relatable. They have to know you care about them, or they're not going to listen to you. So, a couple guys had to pull their coattails. Hey, this was the game plan that was working, and when you go off script, this is what happens. And I think they looked at the film and reflected and were like, yeah, we're right. We kind of did our own thing and it didn't work. And like you said, we rebounded with a shutout. We've been holding. I don't know the exact stats, but I know a couple of times I've read in the first half, people less than 50 yards, if 50 yards. So
definitely.
I definitely think they responded to me and to the rest of the staff, their position coaches.
Yeah, and it's excellent defensive standpoint because you guys offensively are so explosive. Like I was saying last week, it's not like you have a grinded out, milk the clock type of offense. You score points quickly, the defense gets back on the field and gets the ball back for the offense. They really shut players down. And tremendous job. And like we say, defense wins championships and going in that direction. What do you guys think of the team overall moving forward? What do you think you have to work on or get better at moving forward as you go through the Del Val and hit the playoffs? And what things do you think you have to hone as a team, offensively, defensively, special teams, or from a coaching staff?
Putting teams away.
Yep.
So we're up early, and then we give it the kickoff return. Luckily, we responded, but that again, that one mistake can give a team life. As you can see, they got a little bit more energetic. Yeah. So we were able to come back and score again. So just the big thing is putting things away. It's a lot of little things we can list. I can list 100 of them.
But
that
coaches
we
always
get better.
know.
Like, I'm honestly never happy after a win. But I will say just about our offense, and that's kind of our philosophy. We want to score as quick as we can.
Yep.
The longer you have the ball, the more the defense has an advantage. The more mistakes you can make, especially at the high school level. You don't have dudes all day, so we want to score. We want to score quick, and if teams want, we're going to score however we can. I don't, some coaches want to run the ball. Some coaches want to pass. Our philosophy, we want to score. We want to be a scoring offense. I don't care how we score. Yeah, if we score 5 interception returns and win, that's great. I'm not going to be really happy, honestly, because I want to score some offensive touchdowns, but scoring.
Scoring is definitely.
So we're gonna round it up, wrap it up, so they can get back and get the kids back. But real fast, I just want to say, Coach Troop works at Glen Mills in the evenings there, so a little personal. But next week, somebody gets to go back to the crib. Coach Jock, you're in Chichester alone. You know what I mean? So
wow.
So how you feeling about that?
Personal. I don't know. It'd be good to be back there, but it's gonna be good to win there too. I went there in high school. I was coaching there my first year coaching high school football, and we parted ways. I'll just say unpeacefully. So, when we play them, I take it kind of personal. I'm like Troop. I want to run it up. You know what I mean? I want them to be deflated. I want them to be a little banged up. You know what I mean? I want them to remember when they played Penwood.
That's what.
So I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna be out there. All the rest of y'all in the Del Val, don't be mad at me because listen. I will recruit your talented coaches. Your talented players. I got AP. Listen, y'all want to hire them, I'm going to hire them, all right?
Definitely. Look, sometimes the Lord got to move you off a spot.
Look, I watched this game. It's been around too long.
Yeah, definitely. Look, guys, congratulations again. Another great victory, mentoring the youth and looking forward. And good luck the rest of the way. Keep up the great work here at Penwood. and you know where my allegiance lies. So in a few weeks, you know, we can get that thing on. But truly, thank guys. Great job, great work, and just keep up the great work with the youth and the kids in Penwood. And thank you. I just want to say thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, definitely. All right, guys. And I want to take a shout out Harper from his father, Jamal Hicks. He said shout him out. Senior Brian Harper is played for you guys, number 11. Yeah.
Brian Parker.
Brian Parker. My fault, Brian Parker. Shout out. Peace. All right. That's it. We're going to wrap it up. Things here.
A little chilly out here tonight, so we're going to call it
yeah.
early.
Sports Talk Live, you know, out here, you know, we the whole thing. We just don't set up. We set up, produce, cut, everything. Rap, thanks again, man. Definitely.
Thank you for coming out.
And definitely got to get you down the ranch, man. Talk some bull, basketball's
definitely coming
talking.
down the ranch.
Oh, definitely.
I'm about to talk to you about my spinoff show. So, you know what I mean?
Okay, we can definitely do that. No doubt. And we out. Peace.
What we saying? That's not it?
Nah, he said the door was locked. How can I get that?